when we think of pain in the body, typically we're thinking, oh, acid pain, get the acid. And I think one of the challenges, people that have long-term health issues, especially with pain, lots of pain in the body, they're going about things completely the wrong way, because a lot of people aren't aware that whether your nervous system is your nerves are bathed in over alkalinity or over acidity, they're going to scream in pain. So, knowing this, wouldn't it be very important to understand whether your pain is acidic pain or it's alkaline pain? Because depending on what you're doing, if you've got alkaline pain, because you're very catabolic, it's a cell membrane thing. I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. By having an alkalized diet or really trying to alkalize the hell out of you, you're going to be putting yourself into more distress. But if you had a acid-based pain, and that's another membrane imbalance condition, taking something alkaline and focusing more on alkalinity can have an effect, because it will balance it out. It will take the pain away, because it needs to alkalize a bit, whereas the alkalized pain needed to acidify a bit. So I have no doubt the amount of clients I've talked to over the years, when we do the profile on their metabolic system, we find that their membranes are out. And when you have a very anabolic cell membrane, that's a nighttime thing, it's closed, you produce a lot more lactic acid. And when you have an imbalance too, because of fats, lack of unsaturated fatty acids and runny oils, you have an effect on the cell membrane, that it becomes less permeable, and so it's not getting as much oxygen as it really needs to really pump the energy out. So it starts fermenting for energy, fermenting sugars, and the byproduct of that is lactic acid. That's where the acid comes from. Whereas a catabolic person, their membranes are too stuck open because they're lacking saturated fats, hard fats, and they're leaking out lots of sodium, and the whole sodium-potassium ratio goes out of whack, and your tissues become more alkaline. So, by this point, I'm sure you're all aware that it's really, wouldn't it be good to know, to be able to gauge very, very quickly and easily whether you have acid pain or alkaline pain? Yes, you can. You go and do this when you've got a bit of, you're not sort of rushing around, right? You're mindful, you can feel your pain, you can feel it, you're very, very sensitive to it. And the vast majority of pain will be acid pain, so we always go for, well, let's do that test first, because if we try and take something alkaline and we've got alkaline pain, it's gonna put you in distress for about 20 minutes. But get some bicarb, maybe a spoonful, okay, and mix it with a glass of water and drink it. And within about 10-15 minutes, you may be very, very mindful of any subtle energy changes. It might be in your mind as well. It might be an emotional change. Who knows? It can be different for everybody. But more importantly, I want you to notice whether your pain got a little bit better just for a brief bit, or it got worse. If it got a bit better, you know you have an anabolic cell membrane imbalance, and you need to have more saturated fats. You maybe need unsaturated fats, and you may need to work on your gallbladder. And if you're working on your gallbladder, you probably got to work on your liver. If you've got to work on your liver, you're probably struggling with your weight. If you're struggling with your weight, you get the picture. It's all connected. Yeah, but being able to validate some of this stuff and not run around in a daze and rely on guesswork is obviously a better option. And this is what I do with all my work and my testing and all my coaching clients. We track every week these numbers. Give it a shot and let me know. And just know, at least then, if you come across and you do have a say you've got an acid-based problem, pain, which is from the lactic acid, from the cells that aren't permeable enough, you can start getting some clues as to what you've got to do. Okay? And sometimes that is to well, I mean, it's always going to be to really focus on your diet and your lifestyle and everything. But it just gives you some direction. And you need to be mindful that, which one, alkalinity or acid, is causing the pain, because you need to keep away from it. And you can reduce that pain. And you can have, I'm not a great fan of bicarb, take it away from meals. But for this purpose, you could do it throughout the day. You could take a bit of bicarb and just keep the pain down while you work on the reason why you've got the pain in the first place.